Along the crisp blue waters of some of southeast Michigan's most notable inland lakes are two small cities with a rich history of recreation, development, and community. Headlined by extensive lakeshore and a wealth of luxurious and aesthetic open land, the cities of Keego Harbor and Sylvan Lake were established as resort towns in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. As the world progressed through the years, and transportation innovations such as interurban trolleys, motor vehicles, and trains came to prominence, the cities of Keego Harbor and Sylvan Lake grew into suburban havens for busy Detroit laborers, and later a place where families turned houses into homes. Today, land that once laid resorts and weekend getaways is now home to bustling cities with beautiful recreational areas, strong commercial forefronts, and two of Metro Detroit's leading destinations for amusement, business, and livelihood. Orchard Lake and Cass Lake roads feature some of Keego Harbor's most notable local eateries and businesses. Nested near the arch of Orchard Lake Road rests Harbor Steakhouse. Once known as the Harbor Bar, Harbor Steakhouse has been a fixture of the Keego Harbor community for over 50 years. Just around the corner, Keego's history of service and honor has radiated throughout the decades. That noble history is celebrated by the Veterans Memorial Plaza. The memorial originally featured a wooden obelisk with names of Keego's distinguished veterans. In 1946, the obelisk was replaced by The Rock, rededicating the city's honoring of its beloved veterans past, present, and future. Just down Cass Lake Road, you will find Gino's Pizzeria, another staple of the community for more than 4 decades. Since 1971, the Santia family has operated its restaurant from this same exact location, building the business from a small local restaurant into both an eatery and an adjacent banquet hall. Keego's rich history of locally owned businesses continues on to this day, with new businesses planting their roots in the city with hopes of being somewhere that the next generations make great memories in this cozy place they call home. Keego Harbor is home to Magnolia by the Lakes, a luxurious European senior living village overlooking both Cass and Sylvan Lakes. Magnolia is one of Keego's up-and-coming places for senior citizens to reap the benefits of their successes with a rewarding lifestyle. As soon as 2016, the multi-complex housing and leisure community will be complete, ushering in a new era of safe and beautiful living space in the safe and beautiful city of Keego Harbor. One of the best-kept secrets in the city of Keego Harbor is Dollar Lake. Nestled behind commercial buildings on Orchard Lake Road, this small inland lake is believed to have been named for its little round shape. Early city developer Joseph E. Sawyer is believed to have built the canal that connects Dollar Lake to its big brother, Cass Lake, creating the connection that puts the harbor in Keego Harbor. Cass Lake boasts the largest and deepest lake in all of Oakland County, with over 1,000 acres of area and depths as far as 123 feet. Cass Lake was named after former United States Congressman, Democratic presidential candidate, and Michigan Governor Lewis Cass. Formed from the remnants of ancient glaciers, Cass Lake has a robust collection of fish, including largemouth bass, massive enough to represent the city's namesake of Keego, a Native American word meaning big fish. With over a mile of shoreline, Cass Lake is the gathering place for several on-the-water activities, most notably jubilant excursions on sail and motorboats during the city's exciting summers. With as much to offer as Cass Lake has, it is surely one of the strongest destinations in the city of Keego Harbor. Keego Harbor City Hall is home to most of the city's leadership, from the offices of the mayor to the small, trusty operation that is the Keego Harbor Police Department. With a multitude of elected and volunteer officials working in this building, City Hall is the place where government meets resident and policy becomes the part of the public. Just behind City Hall is Rose Sorter Park, a charming little area that serves as a tranquil, relaxing environment for residents of the city to enjoy some fresh air and as a community gathering spot, home of the yearly Easter egg hunt. For the residents of Keego Harbor, City Hall is not only a place where city laws and regulations are made, but a place of unity and relaxation for the entire community. Of the many schools in the area, few stand out quite as powerfully as Roosevelt Elementary. Roosevelt opened in September of 1920 as an all-grades school, supplying one room to each individual grade. In 1925, the Roosevelt School celebrated its very first graduating class. In the years since, the school has served students of all ages, spending time as an all-grades high school and elementary school. Today, Roosevelt Elementary is the oldest continuously operating educational facility in Oakland County. The school recently celebrated its 95th anniversary by dedicating a brand new bell tower, featuring a bell that is believed to have been used at the original Keego Harbor School, which preceded Roosevelt as the city's main house of learning and featured groundbreaking technological components such as indoor plumbing and drinking fountains. The Keego Harbor School was closed in the 1960s. However, the legacy of the many dedicated and honorable students to pass through Roosevelt lives on in the city's modern educational presence, continuing to be a source of academic and community pride in Keego Harbor. Sylvan Lake has no shortage of historic places of education itself. Just about a mile up Orchard Lake Road to the northeast lies the former site of the Daniel Whitfield School. First constructed in 1852, the school endured for over a century with 3 different iterations before closing in 1991. While the school was eventually razed in 2003, the fond memories held dear in the minds and hearts of the Daniel Whitfield School's former students and teachers remains a profoundly satisfying recollection of years past. In Sylvan Lake, plans for construction of a city hall began in 1928, when Village Council voted to purchase land on the west end of Inverness Avenue for $2,500 from early city developer Merrill Mills. Since that decision nearly 90 years ago, the government of Sylvan Lake has called this same building home. In 1947, the village of Sylvan Lake was chartered as an official city. City Hall held all sectors of the municipal government, including the police and fire department. Today, the city's offices continue to operate out of this charming cottage-style facility, making this pretty little building the home of the prettiest little city in the state of Michigan. Sylvan Lake's excellent floral and plant displays can be accredited to their Garden Club, an organization that strives to beautify and maintain the city's public spaces and parks with colorful, artful, and aesthetically awing natural displays. The Sylvan Lake Garden Club began in 1939 as a social group with a horticultural focus. In the years since, the Garden Club has established beautification traditions, such as yearly plantings at the Veterans Memorial Park on Garland Avenue, and its famous ice cream social, which has been a staple of Sylvan Lake summers since 1965. Since 1912, the Oakland County Boat Club has been a fixture of the Sylvan Lake community. The clubhouse was erected in 1916, just over a year after Merrill Mills sold the shoreline property to the boat club for a staggering $500. Ever since, the clubhouse has served as a second home to club members, a place to store their vessels, and the starting and finishing location of their boat races. Through much of Sylvan Lake's history, the Oakland County Boat Club has been one of the area's strongest community organizations and a continued promoter of the city's deep roots on the waterfront. Sylvan Lake's over 500 square acres of area and maximum depths of 70 feet is one of the area's premier fishing and recreational destinations, featuring fish such as northern pike, black crappie, large and smallmouth bass, and walleye, Sylvan Lake is a prime location for those who love to catch all kinds of fish. Sylvan Lake also boasts a large collection of shoreline open to the public. The city offers several acres of open parkland, perfect for a weekend afternoon hangout with the family or a cool evening relaxation session to wind down from your busy day. On the shores of Sylvan Lake, the dream of city pioneer Merrill Mills was born. On this plot of land once stood the Sylvan Lake Inn, a destination resort for vacationing Detroiters created by Mills. This was in addition to the parks, roads, and subdivisions Merrill planned to produce. Featuring a golf course, riding stable, and even a bowling alley, the Sylvan Lake Inn was one of the places for city workers to take their summer sabbatical. After a fire decimated the building in 1903, Merrill Mills deeded the property to the Detroit Free Press to be used as the home of their Fresh Air Camp, a 2-week summer camp for underprivileged kids from the big city. Shortly after the Fresh Air Camp disbanded in 1962, Sylvan Lake was awarded this historic land and used it as the location of its community center, combining 2 of the Fresh Air Camp buildings into its original facility. On November 3, 2003, ground broke on the new Sylvan Lake Community Center. Today, it serves as a place for fun activities, family get-togethers, business meetings, and even some government operations. Throughout the glorious history of this pretty little city, people have continued to flock over the Pontiac Bridge onto this land, seeking enjoyment, recreation, and community. On the shores of 2 of Michigan's most beloved inland lakes rest 2 cities with rich histories, dynamic presents, and auspicious futures. With vast open lands and waters, strong and positive communities, and a rich history of enjoyment, affinity, and prosperity, Keego Harbor and Sylvan Lake continue to rise among some of Michigan's and America's top little areas. Through continued pleasantry in recreation and development, and a cozy, close-to-home community tradition, the sky is the limit for the cities of Keego Harbor and Sylvan Lake. So take a boat ride on Cass Lake, grab a bite to eat on Orchard Lake Road, and spend a day at the footsteps of local history. Take the family out on the town and witness Keego Harbor and Sylvan Lake from another angle.